I'm so excited you are here on a big night with second stimulus, third stimulus, big updates across the board. This is the first of two live recordings tonight on this channel. This video will go over your second stimulus check and your second stimulus package, and I have big updates across the board. And I'll be answering even more of your questions than usual. And I'll be doing something I've never done before. I'll be explaining how you need to get ready as a Purple Hawk, what documents you need to have ready as a Purple Hawk for both second and third stimulus. I'll also go over things that seem to cause some confusion when you're looking at third stimulus items. And then also in this recording, I will get you ready for the confusion that matches second to third stimulus. Because when you're looking at second stimulus, it's sort of, some of it looks like it's third stimulus. And they're like, wait a second, I'm a little confused. So I'm going to make it very easy for you. So you can ready to pounce as a Purple Hawk, says Scott Hahn. There you go. Pounce as a Purple Hawk. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe to this channel. Make sure you subscribe. I mean, hell, you can't be not subscribing. Subscribing and ratting. Subscribing and ratting. Also, like this video. Hit that alert button so you get alert when another video goes live. But I'm going to go live at the 30-minute mark of this video. What did I miss? 21 seconds in. What did I miss? Oh my God, you missed the whole video. And also consider becoming a member by clicking the join link at the top of this video. Become a Purple Hawk, Purple Power, a Calcino VIP. There's so much hitting across the board. Let's get to the breaking news right away. I'll also have an update for you at the 15-minute mark. And if I don't, remind me. And then I have one as the 30-minute mark as well. All right, the big update, as you see here tonight, is that there's a new report out there that I have to sort of advise you about when talking about the $600 stimulus check. And the report says that you should really get the $600 stimulus check from IRS by the 15th. Now, I'm going to reread the report. I'm going to look at other reports, but it does not yet look like it's a hard and fast deadline. Hello from the Isle Tonga. Wow, Kamala, 211. It does not look like it's a hard, fast deadline. But if you do not get that stimulus check, the $600 stimulus check, by the 15th, then what? They're basically saying, hey, you don't get it by the 15th, then make the declaration, make the line item unpaid stimulus check on your tax return for 2020, and they'll give you a refund. Sorry, I'd rather have my stimulus check now than wait till like May to get it. So let's see what happens. We're only a few days away from the 15th. So I'm a little bit bothered by this deadline. And this is for IRS that had not sent out stimulus checks around the 6th or 7th. So who has not gotten their stimulus check in the room? Let me see a yes if you've not gotten your stimulus check. Yes, if you've not gotten the $600 stimulus check. Let me see how many viewers, because I have a sense it's almost 50% of the viewers of this channel. Yes, if you, so there's one yes, there's another one, there's another one, there's another one, there's another one, there's another. No, yes, yes. Ooh, wow. Okay, so it's about what I thought. I thought it's about at least 50% of the viewers of this channel have not gotten their stimulus check. And so the question is, this January 15th is just a few days away. It's Friday. So I'm hearing this date. I'm going to research the issue for you in the next few days, but I'm going to see if this is a really hard, fast deadline. If this 15th date is really true, because then we have to declare our tax. They have to do a tax return to get it to get the 15, get the check, and that means you won't get it until you file a tax return, and then you get a refund, and then they'll issue it, 4 weeks later. Oh my goodness! Thank you, Andrea, for becoming a Purple Hawk. So I don't like this article. Needless to say, maybe Janet Yellen will change the rule, but yeah, wow. So Husamu, yeah, I agree. Wow, we shouldn't have to wait. It shouldn't have to be a deadline. It shouldn't have to be January 15th as a deadline. Then they went to Italy. I think Steve Mnuchin went to Israel. Maybe he also went to Italy. I don't know where he went. More stalling. Yeah, but goodness. No dependence check yet either. Well, I'm talking about viewers that haven't gotten anything for anyone. I got mine 12:30. Yeah, what did I miss? Everything. So that's the first thing. That's the first thing breaking tonight. Next one is PPP is live. Live. EIDL is sort of live, but not really alive. And FPUC is sort of live for some people. Rent and utilities under second stimulus not live. Broadband and child care also not live. SNAP is live. Let me do SNAP because that's the easy one. SNAP, 15% on top of your existing benefits, January to June, 6 months, or February to July. Pretty easy. That's 15% increase. You need to reach out to SNAP, Department of Agriculture, to get that PEBT, 15% increase. Excuse me, $114 per child per month. Very, very simple. But SNAP is very easy to get. It's about $1,400 a month for family four out of Hawaii for food. It's for food. If you made about $49,000 or less 2019 earnings, pretty easy. Reach out to Department of Agriculture 211 to get it. Very, very straightforward. But I'm still waiting on my 15% SNAP Xena. And this is something that's really interesting. I mean, no one's talking about SNAP. I think I'm the only one talking about SNAP anywhere. I got my 15% SNAP in Kentucky. We don't have clarity as to which states are doing January to June and which ones are doing February to July. But the bottom line, so Xena says they got someone got theirs. What I'm saying to you is that if you haven't gotten the increase, you can do two things. Just wait till February and make sure it's there, or call them now and say, hey, it better be on February. It better be on February. And what I'll also add is that some viewers got the 15% sent as a separate payment. So you may want to hustle that way as well. If you have extra time, say, hey, just send me the 15% now. I need it. It's January. I shouldn't have to wait to February. I shouldn't have to wait to February. So Alabama is getting theirs starting on January 15th. Oh, that's good. So that mine was two payments. Yes, mine was two payments, says Anna. So that's good. So if you've not gotten the 15%, but you did get paid for January, reach out to them and say, hey, can you just send it to me? How many months? Great question. 6 months. I thought I made that clear, but if I'm ever not clear, tell me I'm not clear. I'll say it again. The second stimulus package gives you 6 months of SNAP increase at 15%. Automatically. You shouldn't have to do anything about it. You shouldn't have to call anyone. It's automatic. Every state, it's the national rule. And then additional 15% you have to do manually for every child that stays home per month, $114 a month. That is PEBT. Remember, every child has to stay home because the school closed. Per month is $114 approximately per month. PEBT, you have to manually call that in. Iowa won't see their 15% till late January. Well, that's at least you get it in January. That's good. Increase for 6 months. There we go. So that's the first thing. This video is over this video covers second stimulus check and second stimulus items. For everything that's third stimulus, I'm going to be back at the 30-minute mark with another video. I'll be live again with a new feed. I'll be going over all your questions on third stimulus. All right, the next thing is, let me go to some of the things that are sort of easy to kick out of the ballpark, which is rent and utilities under second stimulus. Not live yet. Not live yet. And so I encourage you to reach out to the volunteers. They're in the pinned comment to this video if you need help with rent or utilities, because second stimulus is taking too long to get that rent to the states. But the volunteers can get you rent from first stimulus or from other nonprofits like Community Action, Catholic Charities, St. Vincent de Paul, United Way, Salvation Army. And they can also help you with utilities as well. And also sometimes mortgage assistance. I always forget to say that. Then the free internet and the free child care don't have that yet. Don't know where it is. So let's go to the things we do have. How do you pounce as a purple hawk? How do you pounce? What do you need and what are the documents you need? And how does this conflict with third stimulus? First, what documents should you have ready? You should have ready your most recent tax return. 2018, 2019, you should have it ready. Why? Because if we're talking about PPP or EIDL, or some of these things may ask how much money you make. If you're not on benefits like SSI and SSDI, but you do file a tax return, like you're a veteran or you're a senior citizen on Social Security, you want to have that 2019 tax return ready and your 2018 tax return, because they're going to look at things like the Social Security number, the gross revenue, line 1, the cost of goods sold, line 2. So have that document ready. If you're doing a PPP, they're going to want that document. They're going to demand the document. If you also have an LLC or a corporation that is the applicant for anything I cover on this channel, have that 2019 tax return ready. Have the 2018 tax return ready. Be fully prepared to file your tax returns in this year for 2020 on time. Do not be filing tax returns late. I have never said that on this channel till right now. Sometimes things come to my mind and I just remind myself, and they're so hideously important. This is not a year to file tax returns late. Why? Because filing tax returns late will delay the proof you have to show for certain things that you want to pounce as a purple hawk on. So get ready to file your tax returns on time this year if you're one of those people that does everything late. Next, cancel check or bank statement. You may have to have those ready for some of these things as well. They often ask for a cancel check or bank statement. So have those documents ready as well. All right, so now you know what documents to have ready. So what should you be ready to pounce on? And are they sort of different under second stimulus than third stimulus? They are. So let me explain where confusion kicks in. First, let's go over the check. The check, $600, the second stimulus check. The second stimulus check is $600. It was in the second stimulus bill, so we can call it the $600 stimulus check. What will be the third stimulus check under Biden? We know it at least will be $1,400 on top of $600. Or if you never got a check, it will be $2,000. We know Joe Biden says he's at least putting that in. We don't know if he's going to have multiple stimulus checks. So at least you so far understand which check is which. Thank you, Linda, for being a Purple Hawk. Remember, stimulus checks are not taxable. They're not taxable. They're not taken out for debt collections. They're not taken out for PAC child support or anything like that. The third stimulus check may be dependent upon things that are different than the second stimulus check. We're going to see that shortly. All right, the next thing, FPUC. This causes a lot of confusion. FPUC under the second stimulus package is December forward at $300 a week. December forward at $300 a week. What Joe Biden is going to come in is take that and modify it going forward at least so that you get more money. So what you need to sort of be prepared with numbers in your mind is, okay, I got $300 for which weeks? You need to start being able to sort of track whether it's on your unemployment's website or just in your own little notes. I got paid $300 a week for 1 week, for 2 weeks, for 3 weeks. You need to be able to keep track of that because when Joe Biden comes in, he's going to come in and modify that number and give you extra money on top of that money, on that top of that week. And I don't want you to be missing a week. Let me give you an example. You got $300 a week for the first week of January under second stimulus. Joe Biden comes and says, I'm going to give you $600 a week starting on January 1. Okay, but you don't get it until the second week of January. Red alert, where's my first week of January, $600 a week? So I want you to keep track of where you're getting the $300 a week for under second stimulus, because when Joe comes in, he's going to change that number, but I want you to make sure you keep track of every dollar you got. So when Joe adds money to the $300 weeks, you know you're not missing a week. Thank you, Jennifer, for becoming a Purple Hawk. All right, so the now which I know I see the word RETO on the screen 1,000 times. I know we're getting to that in a second. I'm just talking about the numbers of second stimulus versus numbers of third stimulus. I don't want you to get confused over second stimulus versus third stimulus. Second stimulus is giving you $300 going forward, but Joe is going to add more on top of that. I want you to keep track of when you started getting your $300 a week, because you don't want to miss a week of $600 under Joe going forward if that's the number he chooses. All right, next, PPP. Really weird. There's going to be PPP under Joe, third stimulus, but there also is PPP currently under second stimulus. Over the weekend, I told you that PPP was going to go live, and I said it was going to go live on Monday. It went live on Monday. So have you applied? Do you want to apply? Have you considered about it, but you haven't done it? Are you an Uber, Lyft driver, Grubhub, anyone that's Schedule C, anyone that has is independent contractor, sole practitioner, electrician, plumber, contractor? Did you do the PPP? Do you want to do the PPP? So if you want to do a PPP, where do you apply? You apply with the financial banks like FinBanks online. You can also apply at your commercial bank, but they're sometimes slow. Some of the FinBanks, someone asked me earlier today, Fundera, Fundera, Funding Circle, Blue Vine, Lendio, and Cabbage are some of them to consider. I started DoorDash on this particular date. Someone just said, so what's the start date for eligibility? It is by February 2020. I don't have the exact date in front of me. It's to my side. So you want to get ready to get that in with the lenders. Now, here's where second versus third stimulus gets confusing. There's going to be another round of PPP under third stimulus package. Okay, so how does this work? How does this work? You know, I got it under second stimulus. Can I get it again under third stimulus? It's really not clear. So what I want you to understand is February 15th, says Brother Joshua. Thank you. I forgot the date. So I want you to stay focused on getting second stimulus PPP now in the event that they say you can't get it twice. They may allow you to get it twice. So get second stimulus PPP now before you default back for third stimulus. All right, EIDL. This is the number one most confusing thing between second stimulus and third stimulus. EIDL, what is in second stimulus for EIDL? What is in third stimulus for EIDL? Third stimulus is basically fixing everything that's a hot mess from 2020 and giving new EIDL for new people for every category possible. I'll say that again. Third stimulus, Biden stimulus, is EIDL to fix EIDL from last year that's all messed up from Javita Carranza, and to give new EIDL to everyone going forward, not as new applicants, but perhaps raising things for prior applicants. Second stimulus, EIDL, is only two groups of people. One, agricultural and ranchers, and the other one is low-income community businesses. If you never got an EIDL ever, then second stimulus is something you could apply for in those two groups under second stimulus. Okay, now, you may be up to date for me so far, but let me explain to you something that's going to make this even more confusing. Get ready to be more confused. Second stimulus was signed into law in Mar-a-Lago, what, 4 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? I can't remember, 5 weeks ago, late December. Well, third stimulus is just, a week away, 2 weeks away, 3 weeks away before it comes law. Well, they still have not gotten second stimulus EIDL going. It still hasn't started up. They have the agricultural, but they don't have they have the agricultural for the loan, but they don't have the low income community. What's going on? Let me explain how you should confront the situation. EIDL has one application, the same application for loan, the same application for the grant. If you're a rancher or a farmer and you go to sba.gov right now, you can apply on the application as an agricultural applicant. It just went live last Friday. I told you the minute it went live. EIDL stands for Economic Injury Disaster. It's on sba.gov. Agriculture, it went live on Friday. If you want a grant as an agricultural entity, you better get that application on file as soon as possible. Why? Because under the way that SBA works, they pay the grant based upon loan applicants they receive. First come, first serve. So if you're in agriculture and you get the EIDL loan application in, you don't have to take the loan. You can just let it sit there and just never take the offer. But you're first in line for the grant before someone who waits around for the grant to come live. Don't wait for the grant to come live if you're a farmer or rancher. Apply right today for EIDL. All right, now for the low-income community. You can't do anything yet. The low-income community, businesses don't have a point on the SBA's website just yet to apply that anyone sees. Insiders tell Lalate that there would be a separate line item that refers to them, that it won't be simply you just apply and they figure it out by the zip code. No, it doesn't look like they're doing it that way. But we really don't know for certain. And hence you see the confusion for EIDL. So now there you go. Do you have to sign up for PUA if you're on UI runs out next week? Great question. Let me answer that question right now. First of all, your UI could never run out next week. Let me explain what's going on. Your UI has been extended under the second stimulus package to March 14th of 2021. Your PUA has been extended to March 14th of 2021. Your website that you sign in may say something like inactive or losing weeks or shut down or run out or claim close or claim whatever. Don't worry, because the FPUC and the UI claim has been extended under federal law. So it's going to take a little bit of time for your state to update you. So that's very simple. That's very, very simple. So SBA emailed me for reconsideration. How long does it take? It could take anywhere from a few weeks to a few months. Any grants for individuals, just business owners? There are grants for individuals. That's what I went in second stimulus early in this video over. Wow, at the 21-minute mark? Oh my goodness, I was going to update the 15-minute mark. That just flew, my goodness. Let me give you a big update where we are at the 21-minute mark. Boy, the big update as we sit here this evening is that second stimulus was rolled out as a law about a few weeks ago. But a new report tonight suggests that if you don't get your $600 stimulus check by the 15th, there could be an issue about it. They can say you can certainly claim the lack of receipt of the check as a tax refund on your next tax return, but no one really likes that idea. But the other good news is that PPP is live. EIDL is live for agricultural. Rent, food, and utilities, which are grants for individuals to answer that person's question, and childcare are expected to go live shortly thereafter, but they still have not gone live. And what I'm trying to go over in this video is how to ensure you as a Purple Hawk are ready to pounce with the correct documents in hand, like tax returns, like your bank statements, like your checking account, when you apply for things, where to apply, how to apply it, and how quickly to apply. PPP went live on Monday. So it's already diminishing. If you want a PPP, you get it on file right away. You don't wait. You reach out to the fin banks, which I go over in this video, to apply. If you want EIDL as an agricultural farmer or rancher as a grant, you get that application on file right now. Because as soon as the grants are there, because they got money for grants, that's no surprise about it. They got money for grants. They will pay it to you. And there we go as we start to unravel things across the board. Finally, FPUC, if your claim is inactive, you need to, and you get an offer to reopen your claim, you need to make sure you reopen that claim. If you've not subscribed, please go to the front channel, subscribe. Also, hit that alert button. And if you've not joined, consider joining becoming a Purple Hawk, Purple Power, or Calcino VIP. A link is at the top of this video. Now, about 23 minutes to go. Let me answer some of your questions because I certainly want to help you. Ask me any questions on second stimulus. I'll be back in about 10 minutes after this video. Well, 5 minutes after this video. That's about 30 at the 30-minute mark with third stimulus check and third stimulus package. Join us as Hawk, says Gene. Thank you, Lee, for being a Purple Power member for the super chat. PPP denies me because of credit. PPP cannot deny you for credit. There is no such thing as denying PPP for credit. SBA, EIDL denies for credit, but not PPP. In fact, the guidelines for PPP, the current PPP says you cannot, credit is not an issue when considering an application. Thank you for your help. I appreciate that. My son receives SSI because he's 17. Will he get $200 and 20%? Likely no. Again, that's third stimulus package. Likely no, because that's for adults. Seniors, I mean. Do we lose the weeks of unemployment from 1227 to 111? No, that's a great question. So one, you will get paid the unemployment, the UI or the PUA, and then you will get FPUC on top of your benefits starting a particular week, which I think it is that week. I don't always remember it by heart. Do you think we will get multiple stimulus checks? That's third stimulus package, but yes, I think you would. So to get PPP, we need to find a fin bank, says Lupa. You can reach out to your local commercial bank that you do business with, like a Bank America or anything like that. But you can also use a fin bank. Fin banks are very, very quick because they do this as their business. How do you apply for SNAP, says Linda? Great question. You reach out to Department of Agriculture or 211. Department of Agriculture is the people who underwrite SNAP. So when this EIDL goes live, so when this, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I can't find it. Comment disappeared. Thank you, Gene, for the super chat. Very, very kind. Can you please ask who got a check yet, please? Well, I have asked that before. I had viewers who got a check on the very first day that Steve Mnuchin sent it out. I had viewers who got a check the next day. I had viewers who got a check a few days later. I had a lot of viewers who got checks in December. But the point is that I have tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of viewers who haven't gotten a check. Love those daffodils. Thank you so much. Is Biden really doing PPP? Yes, he's going to do another round of PPP. Absolutely. My mom just got her paper check a day ago. Someone just said. My son received his check yesterday. Oh, there we go, Kentucky. I received my check New Year's Eve night. Do you think Biden? Oh, got my debit card today, Mary King says. There you go. Who qualifies for PPP? Anyone who has a Schedule C or files a corporate tax return. So anyone that is a Uber, Lyft, Grubhub, Airbnb, anything like that, Postmates, and has a Schedule C. PUA will be extended by Biden? Yes. So PUA and UI, great question. PUA and UI expire currently under second stimulus on March 14th. Biden will extend that, I presume, to about June. How do you apply for PPP? Thank you, Alvin, for becoming a Purple Hawk. Alvin and Jennifer Moreno. You apply by going to the fin banks like a Fundera or Funding Circle or Blue Vine or Lendy or Cabbage or Cross River, and you apply with them. They then take your application and then apply with SBA. Someone just asked me a great question about DoorDash. Anyone particularly good for DoorDash? This is a great question. I forgot to always mention this. I said it somewhere, but I don't say it enough. When you're doing PPP, because you're not directly applying for SBA, you're applying with someone else who's then applying at SBA for you. What you need to understand is some PPP lenders just don't want to do certain type of applicants. No one's going to tell you this except me, because I've seen it. Some PPP lenders just don't. Thank you, Daphne, for becoming a Purple Hawk. Some sort of lenders don't want to do PPP for some sort of businesses. Others do. So if you get a very negative response from a PPP lender, reach out to another one. I'm near here. Can someone tell me what FPUC is? Beverly King. FPUC goes on top of your UI, which is unemployment, or your PUA, which is unemployment for independent contractors, and it's $300 a week going forward. If you have questions about third stimulus, I'm going to be back live in about 10 minutes from now with another video. Is PPP a loan or grant? It starts as a loan and then becomes forgivable if you submit documents showing you use the money for exactly what they indicated the money for. So they give you money, and then you spend the money exactly for the way they want you to spend the money for, that you agree to, and then you submit evidence that you spent the money that way, and then they forgive it. It turns to a grant. Is hazard pay being rewritten so we comply as a truck driver? So hazard pay is third stimulus. Don't know. Can you expand on rapid recovery? I don't know what rapid recovery is. I've never heard of it. I don't know. So I cannot expand. I don't know what it is. Uh, Consumer Energy Foundation makes a grant. Well, thank you. LA, does the EIDL loan check your credit scores? It does. So let me explain something with EIDL loan versus EIDL grant. It's one application for the loan and the grant. You have to apply with the one application. The loan will run your credit score, and you do need a particular credit score to get the loan. Now, when they process the grant and pay you the grant, you do not have to be approved for the loan to get the grant. You do not have to have good credit to get the grant, and similar things like that. When's the next live video? It's about, as soon as this video ends, it's literally 4 minutes right after that. It's just instant. So I hope every single person in this room just jumps right in the next video because it's third stimulus. It's everything that people want to know right after this video. So so it's important to understand that the grant does not require credit, does not require collateral, does not require anything. The loan requires a 590 Experian Vantage 3.0 credit score. Thank you for the nice comment. How about security office getting hazard pay? Yes. Do we have to reapply for the EIDL loan every new stimulus? That's a great question. That's a wonderful question. I got denied from the EIDL 2 days ago. I started my business on January 19th. They said it was denied because I started my business on the same day as the pandemic. That's a new one, Shannon. I don't know if my EIDL mentors in the room, but I thought the EIDL cutoff day was February. I thought the EIDL cutoff day is February. There's guidance upon it online. I thought it was, oh, wait, you said 2019? Wait, 2019. You started your business 2019? No, that's a mistake. That's an absolute mistake. I'm talking about 2020. No, they cannot deny your business because you're starting 2019. That's absolutely a mistake. You have to wait to see the denial letter. And because if it says that, you do reconsideration right away. That doesn't make any sense. That makes absolutely no sense. For the other person, I was answering the question. I forgot what the question was. If you can drop in the comments again, I'll see it as well. If you have a new business, you can I'm getting a lot of questions for people who just started a new business. Do we have to reapply for EIDL grant or loan? Russian doll catering. Great question. So no, you do not have to reapply. Now, if you've been with me since April of last year, you remember what I said. This is what happened last year. I had a lot of people who applied in March. I called them my Vortex viewers who applied on March 30th. And then by April, people were getting paid in April. In May, people were getting paid in May. And no one was paying my viewers in March. And I said, you know what? Just file a duplicate application so that it will trigger them to say, oh, you have a prior application. Duplicate, we're going to review the prior one. I actually have someone in the chat right now who did exactly what I told her to do, and she got approved based upon that. She was what I called stuck. Her application was on file. There she is. She said she was stuck. Her application was on file, and they were not acknowledging it was there. I don't know where, it was in the garbage can gains, and it was stuck. So the way we got her unstuck was to refile a new application. But no one is stuck yet. So don't do it. Did me the same way. So someone else just said the same thing. So don't do that for purposes of the grant because no one's stuck for purposes of the grant. We will address the situation. I received the $5,000 loan, but no grant. And so Russian catering has a great point. So there's three types of people who have the three types of EIDL 2020 problems. You're going to hear me use this terminology in this channel, EIDL 2020, to refer to people who applied in 2020. The three problems are the following. One, you can't increase your loan even though you want to. They're not letting you increase your loan. It's a big problem. Two, you applied and you never got a penny for the grant for whatever reason. It was live, they ran out of money, it wasn't live, but they still didn't give it to you. Or 3, the people who got a little bit of grant, but not all the grant. All those 3 people are the video right after this. That's what Joe Biden promises to fix. For emergency housing, what grant do I apply for? We got to move by the first house being sold. Girl Desireen, reach out to the volunteers in the pinned comment for this video, and they will help you. And there we are at the 35-minute mark. That was a great set of wonderful questions. If I did not answer your question, or if you got more questions, or if you want to hear about third stimulus check and third stimulus package, which I think you do, SSI and SSDI, multiple stimulus check, hazard pay, retro FPUC, all those questions, join me in just about 4 minutes from now. Right after this video will be another video. Just watch for the link. To find the link, make sure you subscribe. Hit the alert button. You'll get an alert when the video goes live. Also, like this video and consider joining by clicking that join button at the top of this video to become a Purple Hawk, Purple Power, or Calcino VIP. There's 1,100 people in the room. Hopefully I see all 1,100 with you in about 5 minutes from now. Stay informed, stay focused, and stay about life for more.